Hi friends, Amy Astrab with that Astra Stamping. I just wanted to show you today the pop-up stand-up card. I actually got this idea or these directions from another demonstrator. Her name is Christy Folk, and so I'm going to share with you today what I learned from her. We're going to turn the camera down and get started. Okay, so today you are going to need your paper trimmer, and I'm going to pull this out just a little bit. Okay, you're going to need a full piece of cardstock, and that's where we're going to begin. So we're going to take our paper trimmer, and we are going to cut this in half down the long edge. So we're going to measure this at 4 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and cut. So we're cutting at 4 1/4. You should have two pieces now, 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches. We're going to lay one to the side, and we're going to go ahead and cut this one down to 10 1/2. So you will need the long arm of your paper trimmer out to do this. We're going to measure that at 10 1/2 and just cut that little strip off. You can throw that in your scrap pile. Use it for something else later. Okay. Now we're also going to use our trimmer to go ahead and make some score lines. Today we are scoring this at 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do that first. Be sure you're using the light colored or light gray blade. That is your scoring blade. We've scored at 1/2 inch. We're going to score at 1 3/4 inches. And I am going to flip this around so that I can see a little better where that is at and keep you in camera. So 1 3/4. We are going to do 3 3/4. And again at 5 inches. All right, now we're going to lay that aside for the moment. This is going to be our card base, and I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but we've got all of our score lines, the 1/2 inch, 1 3/4, 3 3/4, and 5 inches. Okay, so that is going to be our card base. Now we're going to take our other piece. We are going to cut this now at 5 inches. So we do need our cutting blade. So I'm cutting that at 5 inches. And then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to cut it at 3 inches. So this second piece needs to be 3 inches by 5 inches. If you don't have a copy of my tutorial, let me know. I'd be happy to email that to you. I just need a good email address if I don't already have it. Now this one we are also going to score. We're going to score at 1/2 inch again and 1 3/4 inches again. Okay. So making sure I'm using not the cutting blade. I'll pull that out of the way. 1/2 inch. And again, I'm going to spin that around here and do that at 1 3/4 inch. And you might wonder why I'm doing that. I just have an easier time seeing that 1/2 inch mark when I have it turned the other way. But since it doesn't go very far, it's easier to read the 1 3/4 inch on that end. So as you can, if you can see those score lines, those two scores are identical as to what we did on the base. So this is our pop-up and this is our stand-up. Okay. We are done with this for the time. Well, no, we are not done with this. We're going to go ahead and cut our DSP while we've got it out here. You are going to need some pieces of DSP, and we are going to need a 4 inch by 4 inch piece. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut a 4 inch strip and put the rest of that away. And I'm going to go ahead and do my 4 by 4 first. So our 4 by 4 inch by 4 inch square of DSP. And then I need one that's 4 by 1 3/4 inches. So I've already got the 4 inches. I just need to cut at 1 3/4 inches. All right. There's my 1 3/4 inch. Now I'm done with the trimmer for now. I'll go ahead and set that out of the way. And now we are going to go ahead and use our tear and tape. So I'm going to do tear and tape on the 1/2 inch scored here. And this is called tear and tape because you can actually just put it on there and tear it right off. There's no need to use scissors unless you just want to. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to spin this around. Now, did I do this right? We're going to flip it over. Okay. And we're going to put our 4 inch by 4 inch DSP right here. Okay. And I am just going to do that with my glue. You could use your tape runner or whatever works for you. And you just want to center this so that you have about the same amount of a border on these 3 sides here. Just so that it has a nice even look to it. Okay. And we've already got our tear and tape over here. What we're going to do now is we're going to take and we're going to fold all these pieces up and we're going to burnish them real good so that they'll stand up really good. Because right now we're going to make a box at the bottom of this card, and that's going to be our card base. That'll be the stand-up part of our card base. And once more. Make sure each one of those is burnished real good. And then we're going to make the box, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to peel this backing off. And we're going to, we want to fold this flat like this. And then fold it up like this. Is that right? We'll fold like this so that it's laying flat. So you're going to see this one score line here because that's going to be the bottom of your box. And so once it's stuck down, you will have the box part or the stand-up part of your card base done. Now once we get the rest of it assembled, it will stay standing up. So just kind of take and either run your fingers on the inside or you can lay it flat and you can just kind of take and burnish along there, along the back where that adhesive is so that you've got a nice stick to it, okay? And we're going to set that aside for the moment and we're going to take this piece, okay? We're going to put some adhesive or some tear and tape on this as well. And so we're going to put tear and tape here at the bottom edge, which actually on this one will be the top edge. And then we're going to flip it over and we're going to put tear and tape here. So you've got it on this edge on this side, the opposite edge on the opposite side, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and do like we did before, and we're going to fold and burnish, okay? As you burnish this, you're burnishing that tape on there as well. Go ahead and make a quick burnish on that strip of tape. Now you'll see that both strips of tape are essentially on the same side because this flap is folded up. Okay, we're going to peel the tape off. Nope, not yet. We're going to adhere this on here. So our other strip of DSP is going to go right on this portion here. So let's go ahead and glue that on. You need to put that on before we adhere our pop-up. Again, just kind of center it so you have an even border, this time on all 4 sides. And it should just kind of match up with the edges of your piece up top. So you can just kind of fold it flat, make sure everything lines up. Okay. Now we're going to take off the adhesive backing on our pop-up panel. This is actually going to go at the bottom. It's going to go down here. I'm just going to center it visually and go ahead and adhere. It's not quite centered, but it's stuck enough. So we're going to go ahead with that. So we'll just go ahead and give that a good press, or use your bone folder to kind of press that down. Now we're going to take this piece off, and the way we're going to adhere it, let's see, it's going to go like this. So with everything folded flat like this, and then let's see, you'll have to go ahead and peel this backing off. And then this is the tricky part, because you have to kind of carefully hold that in place. So you push your box flat the opposite direction, and then press this down. And then you've got your pop-up and your stand-up. So it will stand up like that. Now we can take and decorate this piece. That's the so I have run this through the textile embossing folder, and that is going to glue right here on our card front. So that's going to go on your little pop-up, front of your little pop-up. And it does not need to be embossed, but it gives a little extra texture and dimension to your card if you want to do that. And it's easiest to get this centered if you've got your card laying flat. By all means, you can, and I think my directions even say to put this on before you adhere that to the base, but really it doesn't matter which way you do it. And then I'm going to be decorating mine with some pieces that I have die cut with the Stitched Stars die cuts, because I wanted to continue the star motif that I have, and this is retired DSP, but it is one of my favorites. And I have put some adhesive backing on the back of my cardstock just for ease of attaching all of these intricate die cuts. And some of my words here are also retired, but the stitched stars are going to be kind of the star of the show, pardon my pun. But they're what I want to emphasize. And they are current in the, and I'm going to try to go ahead now and peel this away. See how many pieces I have left to pick off. There are just a few. My finger. There we go. Got those last couple off. So now I'm going to go ahead and stick this on my pop-up piece. Like so. All right. And now I'm going to go ahead and get my words attached. And I am doing welcome baby. Like I said, these words are from a retired set. I have a coworker who just had a baby, little baby boy. So we're going to welcome him into the world with a cute little pop-up card that she can put in his nursery. All right, so we've got welcome baby. Next to the welcome baby. And I'm going to add some of those little stars. And that's one of the things I really love about the Stitched Stars set is I can take and do this die cut and get a whole bunch of other little stars out of it that I can also use along. And this card is that easy. It is done. Pop-up, stand-up card. Stands up just like that. And the fabulous thing is you can fold it just like this. And it will fit into your standard medium or A2 size envelope for mailing. Voila! And that's it. It's that simple. Decorate it however you want with stamps, with die cuts. Sky is the limit with this. Again, pardon the pun. All right. Hope you enjoyed this card. Hope you'll share with me your creations. Again, if you need that tutorial, give me a shout. Let me know your email and I'll send it right over to you. In the meantime, happy stamping.